So, hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick overview of this new site that I just built. You can find it at T206baseballcards.com. And this was kind of a little bit of an experiment. Really, the whole idea was to try and create something that would get listings from eBay for T206 cards, and then just kind of rank them based on what the card was actually priced at and what we think it should be worth. So when you come to the website, you can see T206baseballcards.com. There's a search bar up here. So if you wanted to search for, let's say Ty Cobb or something like that, you can do that. And when you search for a player, it's going to show you right in the search bar how many deals that we actually have listed here. I'm going to mention that this isn't grabbing every single T206 card from eBay. There is a limitation to the amount of data that we can get access to, but it's trying to find the best deals. It's also going to show you some of the worst. But this is kind of what you might consider, from my standpoint, sort of the first iteration of maybe a better improved site. So any advice and feedback that you have, please feel free to get in touch. You can send it to me at chris@allvintagecards.com. Really would be happy to hear from you and see what you think. So on the homepage here, you get deals listed by excellent, good. We can see we have over 2,000 deals listed. If we click into the excellent deals, this is going to show you, and you can scroll through, see what the deals are. I will point out that we are using to evaluate the actual, what we believe is the value of each card. We are using a formula based on the player and the card itself. There's multipliers for grade, and then there's multipliers based on the actual back for the card. So as an example, we can look at this Christy Mathewson American Beauty here, and we can see that, based on our calculations, it looks pretty undervalued. There are some nuances, and you're not going to have everything perfect here, but you can see how we're actually valuing it here. This is a Mathewson PSA 5 that's miscut. And, based on our formulas, what we are doing, if there's a PSA card with a qualifier, we're actually bumping it down one grade. And you can see here, so the PSA 5 miscut gets converted to a PSA 4 based on our, values that we've collected. A PSA 4 Mathewson dark cap should be worth $3,500. There's a multiplier for American Beauty that we're using 4.5 times. We can argue that maybe a qualifier like this, it's this offcut, maybe should be bumped down to a 3, but that's what we're doing. So you can kind of get an idea of that. And then, this tooltip is just going to give you all the information that you need for any of these cards, and then the percentage off. So then you can, one thing that you can do is that you can go to all the player pages too. If you wanted to view all the players, you can see them here. You can search for them. Let's go to Ty Cobb, and this is going to list, we have 46 deals, the best. And I was looking at this one earlier. This is a pretty tempting offer. It's got a Tolstoy back. It's clearly a little bit beat up, but it's only $1,800. I'm surprised that's still available. I think that's going to be gone pretty soon. Then you can see this T206 Ty Cobb that's in poor condition. It's only listed for $2,500. Our value is $3,900 because we see a fair Cobb being worth $3,000. Polar bear back, it's a premium, and all that. So we're trying to update the actual values for the cards as frequently as we can. But that's probably on a by every couple of weeks to monthly basis. We'll be doing that. And what we're doing is looking at comps, mostly for the premium cards. The commons are going to have a base price, and you'll be able to see that when you search what those are priced at. But yeah, if you have any feedback, would love to hear what you think. Feel free to browse. Go to eBay. And if you click on a deal, it's going to go right through to eBay and show you the listing. So thanks. Take care.